we fit to make this real quick because I don't know about you. Sometimes just a sickening bowl of chicken and rice will do the trick. Now, this is not chicken wild rice, so this does not have carrots and celery and leeks and all that other foolishness. This is just your standard Southern chicken and rice. So let me go over the ingredients. You're going to need some better than bouillon chicken base. The rice that I like to use is basmati. You use whatever rice you want. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. You're going to need some kettle fire, low sodium chicken broth. If you can't find, the low sodium, use the regular, but I do love kettle fire brand. You're going to need some Irish butter, a green bell pepper, a large sweet Vidalia onion. I'm going to be using 5 chicken thighs, bone in, and I'm going to clean all of this up, and I'm actually going to remove the skin. I don't need the skin, I really just need the bones. The bones are important. Now for the seasonings, you're going to need accent, garlic powder, onion powder, poultry magic, caramelized onion butter, paprika, parsley, black pepper, a bay leaf, some Creole seasoning, and minced garlic. See that? You see that? You see that? You see that? Don't ask me for no damn ingredient list. Now come on. All right. Now, whether you are following my footsteps and making it in the rice cooker, or even if you're throwing it directly into the pot with the chicken, you need to make sure that you are washing your rice. This process can take anywhere between 3 to 4 times, okay? You want to make sure that this water is running clear. So if you wash it 2 times and it still look like this, what that mean? The rice ain't damn clean. So you keep going. Stop being lazy. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, now that my rice is nice and washed, I'm going to go on ahead and start this up. Now, the reason why I'm doing mine now is because, well, this will give me time to go on ahead and do everything else that I got to do so that by the time my rice finishes, I can go on about my business. Goodbye. So let's go in. Now, there's no particular measurements with this, y'all. This is one of them type of things where you let your ancestors, like I said, guide your hand. We go in with onion powder. And again, y'all know how I do. If it's not something that contains salt, I like to be a little bit more heavier handed. And also, as y'all can see, I'm only going to be using one hand that's going to be over here touching this chicken because I'm not about to be over here contaminating all of my damn seasoning bottles. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not on today. And the good thing about this is that we'll be able to go in and season up the stock a little bit later on if we find that we need to. So don't feel like you need to over season your chicken, okay? Don't do too much. Okay. But definitely you want to make sure that it's seasoned because we're going to go in and we're actually going to brown this chicken off before we do anything else. So we've added in the onion powder and the garlic powder. Now I'm going to go in with the caramelized onion butter. I'm going to be very light-handed with this though. Not too much because that does have salt. But this will add some great flavor. Y'all know I've fallen in love with this stuff. This stuff is absolutely everything, honey. How y'all babies doing? You been minding your business or you been minding somebody else's, huh? What'd you say? Okay, you told me to shut up. Going in with the Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Again, light-handed with this because this also contains salt. And we're also seasoning both sides. As I always say, you can always add salt, but you can't take it away. So, okay, other side. And don't worry, I always sanitize my countertops when I'm done my cooking, so don't be worried about chicken juices and all that type of stuff, child. I know what I'm doing. We're going to go in with the Poultry Magic chicken seasoning. Again. Now, this I'm only going to do one side. I'm not going to do 2 sides with that. And I'm a little bit heavier handed with the Poultry Magic, okay? All right. Now I'm going to go in with black pepper. I already have my stock pot over here on the side getting nice and hot, which I'm going to add some oil to in just a moment. I'm only going to do one side on the black pepper. Y'all know I always got to add accent. I'm only doing one side with the accent, which is the side that we're going to cook down first. And then the same thing with the paprika. Actually, let me do the parsley first because we're going to do both sides for the parsley. And you'll understand my logic for why I'm only doing one side with the paprika in just a split second. So let me go on ahead. Add my parsley on this side. Boom, boom, pow. Press all that down. Okay. I'm telling you, chicken and rice be doing it. Now we're going to go in with the paprika, and we're only going to do one side. One side. And as y'all know, paprika don't do nothing but just add color, honey. Just don't add no flavor. Do not use smoked paprika. Use regular paprika. All right. I'm going to go on over to the pot, and let's get these seared off. All right, I got my pot here, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to add in roughly about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. As y'all can see, this is a brand new pot, honey. So we're going to go in. that side down. And I do not want this to steam, so I'm only going to do 2 at a time. I'm not trying to fully cook these. I'm just trying to get some nice coloring on them and go on ahead and really lock in some of those seasonings before we start to add in any of the stock. Again, you're not trying to fully cook them. Allow them to brown on one side about maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Flip it over another 1 or 2 minutes, and then you can set it to the side. Now that all of my chicken is seared off, I'm going to go on ahead and add in about 4 tablespoons of my Kerrygold butter to the pot. And then I'm also going to go on ahead and add in the onions and the green bell pepper. And I'm going to allow these to cook down for roughly about 2 to 3 minutes before we add in our garlic. And as you can see, if you got a good pot, baby, all that stuff at the bottom come right on off. Yo, I can't be the only person that thinks that when onion and green bell pepper is cooking in some butter, the smell of it is just out of this world. But anywho, as y'all can see, that's been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes. I've just went on ahead and added in about a nice rounded tablespoon of some minced garlic. And now I'm going to allow this to cook for an additional 1 to 2 minutes. I'm also going to add in a nice rounded tablespoon of that Better Than Bouillon chicken base. And then I'm also going to be adding in 2 cups of water to this as well. But I'll tell you when it's time to do that in a bit. All right, so this is looking great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go on ahead and we're going to add in all of our delicious chicken. We can just dump all of that in, juices and all. Just like so. We're going to spread this bad boy out. Doesn't need to be in there in any particular way. Doesn't really matter. Just like so. Got all of our delicious chicken in there. And then now we're going to go in and we're going to add in our 32-ounce container of our chicken broth. If you would like to take it up even more, you could use bone broth, which is also fabulous. So I'm going to cover this up completely. Like I said, I'm going to go in with roughly about 1 to 1.5 cups of additional water. I just want to make sure that the chicken is fully covered, okay? I'm going to go on ahead and add in my bay leaf. All right, y'all. Now that this has come up to a raging boil, I'm going to go on ahead and put the top on this. And I'm going to reduce the temperature down to about a medium simmer. And I'm going to allow this to go for roughly about an hour or until the meat has fallen off. And then I'll tell y'all what to do at the next step. All right, y'all. It's been an hour. So let's check on our chicken and let's see how it's doing. Oh, yes. This chicken is absolutely ready to go. And do you see all of that seasoning floating in at the top? Not floating in, child. Floating at the top. My God. Whoa, baby. When we go and add the rice to this, this is about to be everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this chicken out of the pot. And I'm going to go ahead and shred this up and then remove the bones. And then that's pretty much it. I'm going to add the rice to this and then we're all done. So let me go on ahead and take the chicken out and shred it up and I'll be right back. Now, if you seasoned your chicken properly, you should not have to add anything else to it. But go in, give it a taste, and if you feel like you need to add more seasonings, you do not fail, honey. It's fine. Just go on ahead and add in a little bit more of what you might think it needs, okay? All right, let me go ahead and add my chicken back in. I'm going to go on ahead and add in all of our delicious chicken. Look at this. We haven't even added in the rice yet, and look at how flavorful this entire pot looks. My God, on today. Let's go ahead and add in the rice, child. As you can see, I have my entire 2 cups of cooked basmati rice here. And now I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to gently break it up. Just gently break it up. You don't have to do too much. And let me tell you something. For y'all that thought that there was too much liquid in it, you're about to see the reason why it wasn't too much liquid. Because my God. Huh? My God. My God. And just like that, my God on today. Baby, when I tell you this damn house smells so heavenly. This is by far and hands down one of my favorite comfort meals. It's just so bomb. And just so you guys know, at this point, at the point in which I added in the rice, I turned off the heat. This does not need to cook any further. It is completely done. And you also don't want your rice, to get too mushy. But, you can let the rice sit in there, put the top on it for an additional 10 minutes without the heat on so that the rice can really have some time to soak up some of that seasoning. But, baby, this is ready to go. Mm. Mm. The seasoning is so spot on. The chicken almost melts in your mouth. The basmati rice is so light and airy, but still has a little bit of texture to it. It is just, I could eat bowls and bowls of this. Give it a try. Talk to y'all later. Bye.